Well, hello YouTube. Sunday morning ride for a cup of tea at Seaways on the Honda Monkey. And it's the first morning I've been out in a good while now that it's actually quite fresh. It's not warm, it's not cold, but it's not hot the way it has been for the last 3 or so months, which has been very nice. But thankfully we're now getting rain that we need to fill up the reservoirs. Because if you believe what you see on social media, it ain't just the reservoirs that are drying up, it's the canals. I follow a lady on YouTube, and she spent the summer in this area around Naburn and Boroughbridge on a narrowboat. And she's now heading, well, she wants to head east, so she went back as far as the Selby Canal, and she's had to tie up there because the water levels are too low to proceed any further. Shan't, dickhead. Oh, can you get any closer? Stupid sod. Rant over. I just couldn't wait till that car went past. He had to overtake me in the front of the other car. But there's some stupid buggers driving cars. And I won't mind, I was doing 50 miles an hour. I was doing the speed limit for the road. Yeah, so she can't make progress because the low water levels. So I'm sure she'll be pleased to see this heavy rain we've been having, and it's forecast to get heavy about 4 o'clock this afternoon. The rain seems to be coming in round here in the late afternoon for some odd reason. Not that I'm complaining, because it means we can get out and have a monkey bike ride before lunch. Yeah, it's 15 miles to Seaways, it's about a 30-mile round trip. But the reason I thought I'd do it was give myself, it's a while since I've ridden the bike on busy roads. BMW. And Africa Twin, usual nonsense. Next weekend, if the weather behaves itself, it's Snaith Classic Bike Meet in the marketplace in Snaith, which is just the other side of Goole. It's easy enough to get to, just from me down to North Cave, and then onto the old A63 and follow that until I get to Snaith. Couldn't be simpler. So it's sort of forecasting a bit showery, but I want to go on this bike because this is a show bike. It's a bike that people are interested in. The CL is just a mundane everyday commuter. People will walk past it and won't even give it a second look, so what's the point of taking that to a bike show? So I'm keeping a weather eye out. As long as if it's just showery, I don't care. If it's torrential rain, well then that's a different matter. Me and Rich did it last year in pretty heavy rain, We both, well, I didn't get wet, but Rich was soaked to the skin. We ended up taking shelter in the chairs. However, it was a memorable day and we both really enjoyed it. So I've given ourselves fair warning. I'm off out next Sunday with the bike, and it'll be this one. It's 26 miles, it's nothing. This will do it easy. But the thing is, with this bike, you're better staying off the busy routes. Although I have seen carbon pit bikes riding their monkey bikes on the M4 and the A1 and I think the M25, and I've ridden this. Where did I take this one? Dual carriageway. And now where was that? I can't remember. I've definitely had this on the dual carriageway. It might just have been the dual carriageway down the Beverley bypass. It's still 70, and it was cruising at 50 miles an hour. It actually felt safer on the dual carriageway than anywhere I'd been. I just stuck to the inside lane and cruised at 50 miles an hour, and everybody overtook me. I have a high visibility jacket and a white crash helmet, lights on, and away I went, and it was great. He's doing fine. The CL500 is now done 3,200 miles this year. That's since I got him. And Woody here, he's just coming up on 2,976 miles. So you have to take 285 miles off that. So I've done over 2,000 miles now. About 2,100 of those I think I've done. No, that can't be right, can it? 2,500's nearer the mark. You see the hedge line that's going that way. Now I reckon that 100 years ago, maybe a bit more than that, the turn of the last century, 1890s, I reckon that most of these roads were like this. It's a green lane. Can you see? It's real popular with dirt bikers. Let's just get off this road. It's bloody dangerous sitting here. Just pull into this bit and then we're off the road. Now, here's the interesting thing. Can you remember the Wolds roads that I ride up and down, and I go on about them being drovers roads with the blackthorn hedges, the broad grass verges and the narrow single track down the middle? Now this one, it has a name but I can't remember what it's called, but this one, it goes up over Green Lane, goes over the railway crossing, and then it kinks left, and then you can see the hedgerow continues over that brow, and where it goes to is you can't see it on, unfortunately with this camera I can see it plainly, but about 2 miles distance I can see the Sykes Memorial, Sledmere Memorial up on the top of the hill there, and that's where it comes out. And this is one of those, this is a drover's road, and it just never ever got tarmacked, and I don't suppose it ever will now. Look, and can you see prohibited, cars are prohibited from the 1st to the 30th of 1st November to 30th of April. But you can drive down here in a car, and it's considered a green lane, and as you can see it's got road signage, and I think the most you see is maybe a odd Land Rover, farm tractors use it, and dirt bikes, but it's part of the road network. When I had the original Woody, the Pulse 250, I did actually ride it. But you know, it was an absolutely cracking bit of filming I did. And was completely ruined by lack of audio. The audio, this is one of the Achilles heels with the Drift Ghost. The bloody 3.5 mic, it looks like it's attached and it hasn't, and all you could hear was click, 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 click. And I was so frustrated with it, I deleted it. So I really will have to come back and do that. But we'll wait till next spring before I mess with that one. Get a nice warm day, I can bring a flask. That'll be a nice ride. I'm not sure actually if it continues at the other side of the Sykes Memorial, but the road goes off, but I think it's a farm track. I don't think it's a road. But I'll ride back that way and I'll have a look. That's where the Fimber, the Malton Dodger Railway, that crossing at Green Lane is as far as they've got planning permission for at the moment. That's where their aim is to get to. The diesel's out. Oh, and yeah, they've moved the other diesel. Look at that. Take this with me. They've got a second diesel they've been working on. Can you see? Normally it's stuck by the platform and you can't see it. They've given it a name, but I can't remember what they call it. So what they're doing with this flat wagon, they're storing rail and sleepers, and if you look down beyond the signal box you might just be able to make a pile out, and that pile is the is track that they've managed to salvage to help them with the next part of the project. And they've got a huge pile of railway sleepers up there, and I think more 60-foot lengths of rail. And I think today, I won't swear to it, but I think today they've got, I think this is the Hull and Barnsley Day, or maybe that was last weekend. It's one or the other anyway. A lot more rolling stock. They've had a shuffle round. They've put the CCT into the siding there, the other side of the platform. The original brake van, which was the first brake van they ever bought, and then that Mark III coach, which is now being used as a shop. I don't think they'll ever run it. And then, of course, the big project this year has been this the shed, the engineering shed. They've got a set of points into it now as well. I've been meaning to. I did this last week. I took a film of this running, and the SD card was faulty, which was a bit of a bugger. It's a nice thing to see. Yes, Tatton Sykes. And Woody. It's got the Malton Dodger sign on it, look. Absolutely wonderful. And then what he does is, He goes up, he goes, is he going to go? No, he ain't going to go, is he? Sometimes they go through the station and sometimes they stop. Everybody and his dog has a GS. God. Right. Let's put that back on the handlebars. Get aboard this wonderful little motorbike which I am so proud to own. And go find ourselves a cup of tea. Shall I go to Fimber Cafe for a change? Find out in a minute. I wonder if he knows his indicator's on. The reason I didn't go to Fimber was there's not many bikes there. There's only 2 bikes and loads of cars. And there might just be a mate here to say hello to. Room for a small one? Ooh, bumblebee. Phaser, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. What a bike. I think he's a Rossi fan. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this outing with me and little Woody in East Yorkshire. I'll say bye for now.